Alignment is the attention that I have set both personally and professionally for 2021. The term alignment is the process by which someone or something gets arranged in a straight line or a position of agreement or alliance. It is both a process to get into and a way to ensure our actions are accountable to the things that we value. It is also a perfect word for where the Healthy Communities Foundation currently is on our journey towards implementing an evaluation framework grounded in equity. Here's an update on what we have accomplished at the foundation since we last checked in. In 2018, the Healthy Communities Foundation board, staff, and trusted leaders embarked on a journey that produced a strategic plan and outlined the core values we would strive towards and abide by in all of the facets of our work. This process allowed us to do some essential mirror work and answer the questions of who we are, what we value, and how we want to see change take shape in our region. As it became clearer about the who we were as a foundation, our board, staff, and partners needed to do the window work of envisioning the world we hope to see outside of our collective window. We also saw the need to chart the path towards that direction and establish a roadmap to not lose our way. This roadmap, our new evaluation framework, will allow us to show and measure how we are staying accountable to advancing our mission, vision, and values. This year, the Healthy Communities Foundation team developed a theory of change, a trendy word with many meanings. In short, the spirit of our task was to create a roadmap towards our vision of building a healthier communities as outlined in a strategic plan and informed by our core values. The theory of change itself identifies strategies and intended outcomes to measure how well our foundation's actions align with the values and outcomes we hope to see. We then underwent a process of getting collective clarity between ourselves and community partners to identify the root causes of the region's health inequities and generate proposed solutions that we can take as grant makers. While the Healthy Communities Foundation team has in-depth knowledge about the region we fund in, we wanted to make sure that community wisdom would shape our theories of change. As a community-informed foundation that moves with a trust-based philanthropic approach, we needed to have our region's leaders shape our evaluation framework and ensure that the proposed solutions and our defined actions would create the changes we hope to see. In my last piece about our evaluation framework, I shared a bit about my experience with traditional program evaluation and how harmful it had been to the organizations I would have been a part of. Healthy Communities Foundation is not interested in replicating that type of approach. As a foundation, we are looking to deepen our relationships with community partners and learn with them about what is working in their approach to achieving health equity, what their pain points are, and what they have been in the work, and most importantly, how can we be good stewards of these lessons? These questions are at the forefront of our minds as we think about measurement and the development stage that we currently find ourselves in with our framework. How do we align our goals with outcomes that we can measure? We want to ensure that these indicators speak meaningfully to our goals outlined in the theory of change and are helpful and easy for partners to collect and share with our staff. Long term, we hope these indicators can amplify innovative approaches to achieving health equity, adjust our approach if we are the source of our partners' pain points, and aggregate these stories to share what we have learned with the broader community. So, what does indicator actually mean? Let's examine the age-old question, what can I do to be healthier, as a good example to explain this. There are various steps that an individual can take towards answering that question, and several measurable outcomes that would show progression towards becoming healthier over time. If the goal is to try something new that would improve your health, and the action is to start a Couch to 5K program, it might not make sense to measure a runner's shoe size as they progress through the program. More meaningful outcome measures could be bone density, muscle strength, cholesterol levels, blood pressure, resting heart rate. The list of indicators can quickly become overwhelming. The idea is to pick a few indicators that speak meaningfully to your goal, that are easy to measure, and are minimally invasive. Often in program evaluation, measuring outcomes is more invasive or expensive than the intervention. In our Couch to 5K example, if you selected blood iron levels or cholesterols as your measures, you would need to purchase potentially expensive equipment for home use or take time to schedule blood draws at the doctor's office. These indicators would create a huge burden of visiting the doctor daily or weekly on someone who just simply wants to run a 5K. We want to keep our partners' needs and capacities in mind. For foundations, the intervention is the act of giving a grant to an organization to fulfill its mission. However, some of these grants can come with excessive reporting requirements that create certain dynamics. It can privilege organizations that have to have someone to complete these reporting requirements, or it can be distracting to collect the information with little meaning to the organization's missions or values and becomes another task for already overtasked organizations. That's why community input is critical for this process and why we hosted another community partner focus group this month. We wanted to confirm that our roadmap was heading in the right direction and receive feedback to reinforce and redirect our strategies and intended outcomes to better align with their efforts and work. We also wanted to ensure that we did not select indicators that would be overly invasive or meaningless to their work. If resting heart rate is your indicator of choice in the couch to 5K example, all you would need is 15 minutes of stopwatch and no fancy equipment. Plus, it's an indicator that can measure the effectiveness of different health actions beyond just your new health program towards a change in overall physical health. But it is a pretty good choice. Healthy Communities Foundation is finalizing our version of a resting heart rate to align with and chart our progress on our theories of change. These measures will speak to our goals and values as defined in our strategic plan and confirmed by our grantee partners, regional health leaders, and evaluation experts. Ensuring alignment between our grant making and evaluation approach is ongoing, iterative process. Yet we are excited to continue sharing with the broader community how we attune our talk with our walk in this work. Stay tuned.